Hi, welcome to the Android development tutorial. In this video, we are going to learn about Android architecture. Let's get started. In the world of coding, nothing is magic. Every single functionality has a core logic behind it. For example, you are clicking on a button in application X. Sensors in the mobile register that application and sends the info to Android operating system. Then, operating system looks at the data which contains the location of the click, and amount of pressure applied. After analyzing, operating system comes to know which app was opened, which screen in the app was open, which button was clicked, and at which time point. After knowing the exact information, it questions the application source code running in the kernel to execute that particular functionality. Once executing the code, you will get changes in user interface. This is the complete Android architecture. Let me make this simple. Let me divide the whole architecture into 6 sections. First one is Linux kernel. Second is hardware abstraction layer. Third is Android runtime. Fourth is native C++ libraries. Fifth is Java API framework. Sixth is system applications. You all know that Android is open source, and the foundation of the Android platform is the Linux kernel. So, what is Linux kernel? Linux kernel handles all operating system processes, such as memory management, task scheduling, input and output, inter-process communication, and overall system control. The Android runtime, ART, relies on the Linux kernel for underlying functionalities such as threading and low-level memory management. In Android, Linux kernel contains 2 sections. One is power management and another one is drivers. Power management is used to manage the power source from battery to all attached IC chips, camera, display, etc. Drivers are used to help the hardware devices interact with the operating system. The next section is the hardware abstraction layer. The hardware abstraction layer, HAL, provides standard interfaces that connect both hardware capabilities and a higher-level Java API framework. The HAL consists of multiple library modules, where each module itself implements an interface for a specific type of hardware component, such as the camera or Bluetooth module. When a framework API makes a call to access device hardware, the Android system quickly loads the library module for that hardware component. The next section is the Android runtime. Prior to Android version 5.0, Dalvik was the Android runtime. For devices running Android version 5.0 or higher, each app runs in its own process and with its own instance of the Android runtime, ART. Android runtime, ART, is the managed runtime used by applications and some system services on Android. ART is written to run multiple virtual machines on low-memory devices by executing the Dalvik executable format and DEX bytecode specification. If your app runs well on ART, then it should work on Dalvik as well, but the reverse may not be true. The next section is native C++ libraries. Many core Android system components and services, such as ART and HAL, are built from native code that requires native libraries written in C and C++. If you are developing an app that requires C or C++ code, you can use the Android NDK to access some of these native platform libraries directly from your native code. The next section is the Java API framework. The entire feature set of the Android OS is available through APIs written in the Java language. These APIs form the building blocks you need to create Android apps by simplifying the reuse of core, modular system components, and services, which include the following. 1. View system. 2. Resource manager. 3. Notification manager. 4. Activity manager. 5. Content providers. Developers have full access to the same framework APIs that Android system apps use. The topmost section is System Applications. Android comes with a set of core apps for email, SMS messaging, calendars, internet browsing, contacts, and more. Also, a third-party app can become the user's default web browser, SMS messenger, or even the default keyboard. Some exceptions apply, such as the System's Settings app. And that's all for today. Thank you for coming, and subscribe for more.